She's on the floor and we'll continue to cross to her and see exactly how things are going down there.
Hello, Arabile. Well, with only 5 hours to go, we're looking at the leaderboard. It's showing all the photos of what's been happening outside the Results Operations Center and across the country. We have seen that people are starting to stream in here in the Results Operations Center in Pretoria. It's starting to become a buzz. Political parties and their officials are starting to stream in and come back from the voting stations, and we're going to speak to some of them just to find out how the day was. You know, did everything go according to their plan, and are they satisfied with everything that's happening? I'll start here. I see that I think it's the CPM. They seem to be having a little meeting. Dumelang le kae? Re teng. Ne ke kopa ho botsa bontate hore le sebeditse jwang today? Did everything go well? Are you satisfied? I see that today we are only 5 hours away, nearly 5 hours away. I'm not sure who speaks officially for the party, Ndade.
Yes, we are CPM, Christian Political Movement. This was a great start. Though from regions and other provinces, there's been reports of misbehavior here and there. However, at every given time, reporting it to IEC over there, and they called, they spoke, and attended to the challenge timely. I safely would say up to this point, everything is going smooth.
We all want everything to go smooth. Thank you very much, Ndate. We really appreciate it. I'm going to move to the Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party. The reason we want to talk to them again is the fact that we have heard reports about employers who have not allowed their employees to go out and vote. In fact, going as far as not giving them a day off. We do know that today is declared a national holiday. It's a public holiday, as it is election day, which means that everyone has the right to go out and cast their vote. We'll find out from them as a party that represents workers how they feel about this. Hi, Sisi. Could you just tell us, Puti, how you feel with the fact that a lot of employers out there have decided not to let their employees to, first of all, have a day off and not be allowed to vote?
Thanks very much for the opportunity. It's highly unacceptable that, after the 25 years in this dispensation, there are still employers who are hell-bent on depriving and denying employees their right to go and participate and exercise their freedom to actually choose their political party. We find it highly unacceptable, and we are saying to those employers who are parasitic because they don't see any value in workers. They see workers as people who must just create wealth for them. They don't appreciate them. We are saying that that practice needs to stop, and we hope that officials, the security agency must deal harshly with such characters. It's unacceptable in this dispensation.
Otherwise, are you satisfied with how the election day went for the large part of your electoral campaign and making sure that voting goes smoothly?
No, we're very happy in terms of as a Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party. Our foot soldiers on the ground, the comrades who have been doing their work in terms of doing the postering, the electioneering and everything else, they've done sufficiently well in terms of making sure that the party is present in each and every corner of the country. We're very happy with that. We are also hopeful that at least we will get at least a positive result out of this particular process. We've noted also, as we have been having a briefing from the Chief Electoral Officer, that there were particular defects around the country when it comes to processes, but we're hoping that as IEC officials they will act swiftly and decisively to deal with those issues.
Let's hope so indeed. Let's move over to the Power of Africans Unity Desk and find out from the gentlemen if they're satisfied with only 5 hours left before the voting stations close and counting effectively begins. We'll find out from the Power of Africans Unity Party on if they're satisfied with how everything went out there at the voting stations. Dumela Mundade. I'd like to find out, I'm not sure who speaks for the party, but how satisfied are you with how everything went?
So far everything went well, and we are just expecting a result as from now. We have not much to complain about, so everything for us is still going accordingly.
We thank you. Thank you very much for that update. And just lastly, I'm going to go to the African Content Movement and find out from this desk to find out if they are satisfied with how everything has gone outside at the voting stations. May I please have a representative of the African Content Movement? Dumela Ntate, can you just tell us how you feel? We've got a couple of hours left before the voting stations and elections actually effectively closes. Could you just tell us how you feel?
Yeah, my name is Romeo Ramuad. I'm the Secretary General of the African Content Movement. Yeah, as the ACM, I think we are partially satisfied with the work of the IEC. Mara, we're just concerned that there are some voting stations that are not open up to so far, because we feel there are people who are being denied their rights to vote, which is a very, very serious for us, because we might never know which are those voting stations because they don't tell us. You might find it's our stronghold where we're campaigning the most. But I can say we are satisfied, however, with their setup here, where we are at the ROC Center, because we are able to see everything that is happening and communicate with our members and party agents from all over the country. Yeah, as the party, we are looking forward to seeing the results. And we're just also concerned by some of the disruptions and protests which are happening in other areas around the country. We hope South Africans can understand and allow those who want to vote to go and vote. But we are saying as the ACM, all of us as political parties, we must take issues of community very serious, so that community is at ease when we've got programs like this which are very, very serious.
Thank you very much in that. Well, Arabile and our viewers at home, what I did notice that it's quite concerning that we saw that on the leaderboard, I think about 5 voting stations had not been opened by 4 p.m. rather. This means that it's either they are not going to open at all, and this means effectively that people are in fact being denied their right to vote, or they have boycotted voting at all. We'll find out from the IEC when we speak to them later about the status of those voting stations that have not opened at all as of 4 p.m. And with that, I'm handing back over to you up there in the studio, Arabile.